And welcome to Theater Talk Boston. Today we are so pleased to be joined by Lauren Elias, managing director and co-founder of Hub Theater Company of Boston, and actress in their latest production, Still Magnolias, playing July 19th through August 3rd. Hi, Lauren. Thanks for joining us today.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So for those who aren't too familiar with the play and, of course, the iconic movie celebrating its 30th anniversary this year, could you tell us what it's about?
Sure. Still Magnolias centers around a group of 6 women down in Louisiana in Chickapin Parish. And it's all about them and their strength and the strength that they derive from each other and their friendship. And it's really just a beautiful show about the power of the female spirit and how strong we are, particularly when we're together and supporting each other. It's really a show about women supporting women.
For sure. And so who do you play in the show?
I play a Nell who is new in town and a bit of a lost soul and gets adopted by these women. And it's really just, she goes on a great journey from, sort of child, not knowing who she is, to really, by the end of the play, really growing up and being finding out who she is and growing up thanks to these women.
For sure. This play can get very emotional. I remember seeing it a few years back down in Florida, and I don't really get emotional in theater, but I remember getting misty-eyed and seeing it. What is it like acting in a piece that's filled with so much empathy and that the audience relates to so much with?
It's really, it's an honor and a privilege. It really is, to get to bring something that powerful to people, and then also to do something that is at the same time so hilarious. That's what's so amazing about this play, is you're laughing, you're having a great time. We're doing it at a club cafe, so you're probably having a drink. And then it's, all of a sudden it gets real, and that's life, and it's a privilege and an honor to get to do that with these women every night. And it's just, it's wonderful. It's why we do what we do.
Mm-hmm, for sure. I know you studied acting at Brandeis University, but growing up, did you always love the theater? Did you always know you wanted to be an actress?
I did, much to my parents' chagrin.
Of course.
They put me in acting class when I was in second grade. I think they thought that I would see that it was hard work and grow out of it. And I didn't. And now we're here.
Incredible. Could you tell us a little bit about the Hub Theater Company? I know you founded it a few years back. Could you just tell us about its mission and all the great work you guys do here in Boston?
Sure. So Hub Theater Company, we're in the middle of our 7th season right now, and we are the only theater company in Boston that is pay what you can for every seat, every show, every time. We know that there are reasons that people don't go to the theater. Game of Thrones, you're binge watching it again. I was going to say it's new, but that's not true anymore. The Sox are playing and you don't feel like fighting the traffic. We get it. We do. I love a good couch binge session as well. But we never want money to be a barrier between our art and our audience, which is why, regardless of what you have in your wallet, we want you in our theater.
It's just an incredible mission, and I love it so much.
We have a great time with it. It really has brought in some regular theater goers and some people who have never gone to a theater before. It's been really amazing. We had a man give us $500 for a ticket, and we had a man who was actually homeless at the moment come and give us a nickel, and both of them had a great time.
Yeah, I love it so much. Of course, Boston favorite Paula Plum is directing this piece. What has been like working with her, and what has this whole rehearsal process been like?
Oh, Paula's a dream, but she doesn't let you get away with anything. If you're not doing it right, she is going to call you on it. And it's amazing. It's wonderful to have such a supportive, invested woman directing this, such a strong woman who knows this play inside and out, and really wants the rehearsal room to be warm and inviting and loving, which is just so important to this play. She's really, you don't feel like you're going to work every day. You're having a good time.
Right, for sure. And as you mentioned, the play takes place down in Louisiana. So what has that process been like, working on your accents? Because I know a lot of us up here in New England don't quite have that.
Well, we actually, not only do we have a dialect coach, our dialect coach happens to be a former Miss Mississippi. She is a legit pageant queen.
Incredible.
And so she came in and gave us, Southern etiquette, 101, and talked to us about all the differences in the culture and the culture shock she experienced when she moved up here. And just, gave us New Englanders the good old-fashioned 101 on what it's like to be down there.
For sure. And I know we kind of just touched on this, but it's so rare nowadays to have such a strong play led by an all-female cast. What has that been like working on a show like this?
It's really been amazing to have all women in the room, particularly because also our stage management team and our assistant director, we have a tremendous amount of women not just in the room as actors and directors, but as tech as well. And it's just really been amazing. And you can feel the catharsis, and you can feel, when we're, doing the book work, just everyone is so happy to be able to share their stories, and you just sort of walk in and you just feel like you can breathe a little bit, like that everyone understands the crap you're going through because everyone's been there.
Mm-hmm. For sure. What do you want audiences to take away when they come see this show?
I want them to take away the importance of this play is all about women supporting women and women making choices. And I think it's important to remember, particularly in this day and age, that even if you don't support someone's choice, you should support them making their choice.
Right.
Even if you don't agree with the choice they're making, how important it is to support one another in this day and age. That if we're together, we're so much stronger, and we can raise our voices and really make a change, hopefully for the better. And I also want people to have a really good time because it's the summer, we're in Club Cafe, and sometimes it's nice to just be able to relax and breathe for 2 hours.
Love that. Do you have any dream roles you want to tackle in your career?
Oh, gosh. I would love one day to get to do the MC in Cabaret. That's always been a dream for me.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
For sure. As a seasoned actress yourself here in Boston, one of our favorite questions that we ask here on Theater Talk Boston is, do you have any fun on-stage mishap stories where something has gone very wrong, or someone messes up all their lines, or a set falls down? Do you have any fun stories?
Oh, gosh, yes, I've got a couple of those. Couple of years ago, actually, I was doing Romeo and Juliet with Paula Plum. And I was Juliet, and I'm laying there in the tomb, and I'm, quote unquote dead. And I hear the fight between Romeo and Paris going, and I think, gosh, this sounds a little different tonight. Wonder what's going on. And then Romeo comes over, he does this thing, and as he is dying, he whispers in my ear, "I forgot my dagger, Jules. I'm so sorry."
Oh my gosh.
And so now I have to wake up and figure out how to kill myself so that the play can end. Luckily enough, the actor playing Tybalt was on stage, in the tomb at the time. He still had his dagger on him, so I was able to grab his and use it to the same effect. But those were some anxious moments right there. I'm thinking to myself, I had no idea what I was going to do. I trying to remember the Maria monologue from West Side Story, just in case.
That's amazing. Amazing. Well, Lauren, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today. Still Magnolias plays Friday, July 19th through Saturday, August 3rd at Club Cafe. Performances are Thursday, Friday, Saturday at 7 p.m., Sundays at 2. And tickets to all performances, as we mentioned, are pay what you can. And of course, donations of toiletries and beauty supplies will be collected at each performance for local women's shelters. For tickets and more information, please visit hubtheaterboston.org. Thank you, Lauren, so much, and best of luck with your run. Can't wait to see you.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Bye.